Crazy. All right. And finally, let's talk about NBA Final, the Game 3 of the NBA Finals. All right. First off, I just want to point out something. I did watch the game, and wow, the Pacers are for real. And what's interesting is when this series started, everyone pretty much said OKC is going to win the series, and I'm going to go on record as saying I'm not sure that's exactly true. What happened? What changed? What was different? Because there was a difference here in this game. The difference, in my opinion, was Tyrese Halliburton. He just started off way more aggressive. I don't know if you saw my last episode when I did one of these. I think it was the first one I ever did. And I talked about Tyrese Halliburton kind of waking up in the fourth quarter. And I said, hey, if they're going to win this series, the Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton has to wake up in quarter one. You can't wait till your team is down 19 points and start scoring in the fourth quarter. And of course, he didn't hear me say that, but apparently that's been echoing throughout the NBA universe. And he seemed to get the message. And because he just started sooner and started dominating a lot earlier, he did much better. Now, he didn't dominate. He only scored, what was it, like 22 points? But it was well-paced. It was a well-planted 22 points. Like some here in the first quarter, some in the second. Instead of it being completely backloaded and all of his points coming in the fourth quarter. So it was really good to see that he really stayed active. And when his team needed him, he was there to give them an injection. And, as far as OKC, I guess we have to now shift the blame back over there. They did pretty good. Actually, their starters, they were pretty much all in double digits with the exception of maybe the center. I want to say their center might have only scored like 7 points. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know that like SGA, Jalen Williams, those guys, they scored well into double digits. And I'll tell you what in my opinion, the deciding factor was in the Pacers winning this game. It was the bench play. All right, OKC got nothing from their bench. I think maybe three players scored, but they all scored under 10 points. OKC's bench, not good. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I did say that Tyrese Halliburton was the main draw for Game 3 and why the Pacers won. But the truth is not really that. The real truth is Benedict Mathurin with 27 points off the bench is insane. I have to ask myself, I said, why is this kid not starting? I get it. He doesn't have the name. He seems to be kind of young. I get all that. But look, this reminds me of the Russell Westbrook story. This reminds me of the what's his name? Jimmy Buckets. What's Jimmy Bucket? What's Jimmy's last name? I forget his last name for some reason. I can't believe I forgot what's his name? Jimmy Buckets, playoff Jimmy. I forget his last name. Anyway, when he played in Chicago, and y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't know why I can't remember his name right now. But I do know him. I watch his games all the time. But I'm going to just call him Jimmy Buckets because if you are a sports